So ladies and gentlemen, I am tonight's entertainment. So no, really, today's video is another The Batman video, in case you couldn't tell already, but I thought I'd stop in with a slightly more miniature version of an update video, because you know me, I normally do post big videos on The Batman, because we got a cover for the Empire magazine reveal, and a few covers at that, which give us a gorgeous new look at The Batman, Catwoman, couple of tidbit details. Now, the reason why this video is going to be slightly shorter than usual is because obviously this isn't, well, maybe not obvious, but this isn't out right now. This will be available December 23rd, so you can be sure to know that I'll be giving a breakdown on the new details of this issue that comes out on December 23rd. So I guess maybe that'll be my Christmas Eve video, or maybe Christmas Eve, if you know what I mean. But in this video, what I wanted to do is just give my reaction. I've literally just seen these photos, or it's still kind of like I'm looking at it brand new to me now. I thought I'd share with you more or less my live thoughts, because as you know, we've got quite the community here for this movie. And yeah, just before I get into these details and read out the article to get us a little bit hyped, if you know what I mean, for what details they could be unveiling in that issue on December 23rd, do check out my The Batman Trailer 3 breakdown that I uploaded Monday. I'm sure a lot of you have, but I get into some insane details from that international Japanese trailer. They give us a few cool new scenes and all of that good stuff, and yeah, it's quite a meaty one and a juicy one, if I do say so myself. And other than that, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I do have a no spoilers review up. Blasphemy, I know, mentioning a Marvel thing in a DC video. But let's get onto this, guys. Man, oh man, I'm always down for new content, even if it is just a magazine cover. So let's read this out. Obviously, this is advertising the Empire magazine, so if you want to get this magazine yourself, go and do it. Like, free ad there for you, obviously. Pay me later, Empire. But either way, Empire's world exclusive, The Batman covers revealed. World exclusive. Here we have Robert Pattinson there, right on the front cover, looking absolutely freaking badass. Now, the very image itself does state that, you know, featuring the Batman, the full story of the Dark Knight's radical return. Now, this is obviously just a teaser for what we can't see is inside the issue right now, but I like how they include even Alfred thinks he's gone insane. And it just reminds me of that part in the trailer where he's like, my God. You know, but either way, yes, just to gauge that straight away, that makes sense to me. Alfred, as we've heard in the trailers, and where he's like, if you carry on like this, you know, you've nothing left by the end of it or something. I'm abbreviating that line. But he's concerned about Bruce. He's not going to dob him into the authorities. That's all very needless to say and self-explanatory, as you know. But with Batman Year 2, as Matt Reeves said at the first DC Fandom, specifically around 1 year, 6 months in, that doesn't mean that Andy Serkis's Alfred isn't going to be like, especially with how hard Bruce is going in this movie, relentless, considering how personal this Riddler case is to how it ties back to his own family. If Alfred didn't think he was already going crazy, dressed up as a bat in Gotham, he will with the relentless attitude that Bruce has in this movie. So let's actually read the article out before I get on and fanboy out about frickin' Zoe Kravitz there, my God. The article goes as follows. What happens when you take the most iconic comic book character of all time and trust him to one of Hollywood's most ambitious directors and cast a leading actor who reinvented himself from teen idol to screen powerhouse? You get The Batman, a bold, breathtaking new take on a hero you might have thought you already knew inside out. Well, you just wait, which I do argue when people say that, because that's quite a marketing thing with this. I think, really, it's the most accurate Batman we're getting, but I think it's never been done as accurate as this before, and I find that interesting. Not saying the other movies haven't been accurate, from Nolan's to whatever iteration you're talking about, but it's funny that they lead with that, because really, we are getting down to the most accurate, definitive Batman at the early stage in his life, because this is how he is. Like, he's very angry in the first couple of years. So yeah, I guess just that's some food for thought with that. But anyway, director Matt Reeves and star Robert Pattinson are cooking up something special with their dark, dangerous, detective-centered bat flick, a noir-ish, horror-tinged serial killer mystery with grunge rock flair. Yes. Big Nirvana fan. Think you know the Batman? Think again. There it is again. It's just like, well, actually, I think I do, and this is actually what exactly I do want to see. But I guess to all the normies out there, maybe this would subvert some expectations from maybe the Justice League iteration of Ben Affleck, but maybe not. Like, if they saw BVS, they saw how ham and how dark he was at that stage of his life. But carrying on, this month's issue of Empire features the world-exclusive full story on The Dark Knight's Radical Return, taking a deep dive with Reeves. Oh my god, look, I haven't actually read this, by the way. I am excited. Oh my god, taking a deep dive with Reeves. Producer Dylan Clark. He was present for the second DC Fandom Hidden Panel. Check out that video of mine if you haven't seen it. They go into quite a bit of details. And their stellar cast on their road into Gotham. Their very different conception of Bruce Wayne, the Zodiac Killer-inspired reinvention of the Riddler, and the unexpected influences that make for a Batman story unlike any that's hit the silver screen before. Inside the mag, you'll find brand new interviews with Reeves, Clark, Pattinson, as well as Zoe Kravitz on Catwoman, Paul Dano on the Riddler. That is a big one because at the past 2 DC fandoms, we haven't really heard much from Paul's perspective on his character and this vision that he's signed up with Matt Reeves. Colin Farrell on the Penguin, so lots of content here, plus plenty of brand new, never-before-seen images from the film. Light up the bat signal, Gotham's Caped Crusader. Gotham's Caped Crusader is back. Now this month we have 2 collectible newsstand covers. First up is the Robert Pattinson Batman, standing tall in the brand new suit, as you're seeing on screen right now. It's not necessarily anything new, like we know what this suit looks like, but in the red light here, it's just a clean, crisp image. Everything is red. You would thought if on paper that would be too much red, like from a lot of the text to the Empire logo to everything, but no. It just suits this freaking movie so well. I'm gushing over this image. I don't want to go around in circles though, other than it just looks spectacular. Now, the second image, and they say, and secondly, here's Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, claws out, whip in hand, and ready to cause trouble. I love the detail of this look of Zoe Kravitz's suit because, you know, we've seen this suit before. We got a good look at the whip now. This does seem to be an actual whip, but there's other details like the kind of scratched shoulder right there, where she's kind of stitched it together. I feel like it's a little homage to Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. I mean, it's just Catwoman in general, obviously, but she just looks absolutely... Like, I don't want to come across so shilly, but, like, she looks great. She just does. I can't lie to you. Now, here on this particular magazine cover, it says, you know, Empire featuring the Batman, the full story of the Dark Knight's Radical Return, but with their little quote for Catwoman, they say, we're watching her become a feminine fatale. And yet again, I'm just going to repeat myself. Look at her. Look at the nails. Like, they're so long and Catwoman-y, I mean, obviously, and she just looks great. Am I simping? I don't know. But either way, and this month's subscriber cover sees Batman swooping into action, illustrated exclusively for Empire by legendary comic book artist Jock. And then we get to see a really nice version of Robert Pattinson here as he's kind of swooping in on what you can imagine to be a fight with some thugs or something. But it's just like a really tasteful depiction here, this drawing. It just looks great. The little Empire with the Riddler insignia. It just looks fantastic. Now, that is mainly the details, other than just, I guess we could just sit here together and just collectively bask in Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman and Robert Pattinson's Batman. But that is the main chunk, obviously, until December 23rd. I will try my best to get that video breakdown. I'm not going to copy and paste what they say in the article because, like, you know, that is the magazine like you're meant to buy. But I will be abbreviating the main details coming out of it, like the most juicy parts. I'll obviously get a copy myself. So we can go through it more or less together. If for some reason or another, you never know what happens in life, I will be trying to get it up for Boxing Day. So just think of this Batman video coming in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks, well, week or so. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to share my initial reaction. I didn't want this to be a long video. I could have turned it into an extended, at the end of the video, Batman Q&A, but don't really have time for that at the minute because I'm working on some other videos. But let me know what you're most excited for. Maybe it's just obviously all of these interviews with what Paul Dano could say. That's probably one of my most anticipated aspects of this Empire issue, is just not only are we getting never before seen images of the movie, which is great, but obviously they're not going to be too spoilery, just considering they're not going to spoil the movie, but it's still going to be refreshing to see another angle, maybe another close-up of the Riddler when it's like on a page of when Paul Dano's talking about it. But I'm really dying to know what Paul Dano has to offer with any kind of teaser for the movie. Matt Reeves always spits the scripture of the Batman when he teases stuff, so I can't wait for that. I don't expect massive revelations in this issue because they're not going to give away massive chunks of the movie, but it for sure is going to make up for The Batman video on this channel, so look forward to that, guys. And other than that, let me know everything you're most anticipating in the comments down below. If you're brand new here, maybe consider subscribing to the channel for updates like this. You will never miss out on a crucial update. I mean, I'm even making a video about a magazine cover, for crying out loud. Check out my past couple of videos. Please don't miss out on the Batman trailer one. That's a pretty decent one. If you're a Marvel/Spider-Man fan, check out my No Way Home spoiler-free review. And that is everything. So I'm going to love you and leave you guys. Links, as always, are in the top pinned comment, not the description, just the top pinned comment. Follow me on Twitter. I do recommend that. I'm very active there. I do have an Instagram. I have a Discord server as well where you can follow me. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you fellow Bat family in the next video. Goodbye.